That this joint is live and that we're actually on the air. Guys, if you're listening, welcome to the podcast, the IMO Podcast to be precise. Unfortunately, we are short one co-host today, but it doesn't really matter because we are pretty much all the co-hosts you need for the night.
I'm telling Flo
My
you
name is
said that.
Andre. Yeah, that's fine. Name's Andre. The driver, the guy in the captain's chair. I'm the person that says where to go and how to get there. So I'm the navigator.
So you're the driver and the navigator.
I would say that the navigator and the driver is pretty much synonymous with each other.
No. Normally the navigator is the one riding shotgun.
Looking at the map.
Are we
The
talking?
driver.
Are we talking One Piece logic or actual?
I'm talking about navigator logic. A navigator is someone who looks at the map and or directions and tells the driver where to go. So you mean to tell me you're gonna drive and then teach yourself how to drive while reading the map at the same goddamn time? You that talented, son.
We do it when we drive to new places today. So technically, you could be the driver and
When
the.
you drive to new places, you're using Google to navigate you. Therefore, you are not the navigator.
Follow those navigation.
Okay, son.
As you can see, we got 3 people here today. Jared, what's going on, man?
I'm doing alright, pimp. How you doing?
All's fair and love and war. And
All's fair in love and war? I feel you.
you didn't listen to Daytona, so you probably didn't get it. Maurice, what's going on?
Yeah. It's not like that's like an old phrase or anything like that. But,
I wasn't gonna say them.
It was more of a shot to the last couple 4 days or something like that.
If you should kill that child murdering son of a bitch before I do, I will find you. And you.
Sorry, that was an awkward pause. I was actually trying to figure out what Jared was doing in the game. I'm actually looking at the stream right now.
You know what's great about you? You don't ask questions. If you give me a few creature parts,
Gun is
you
this,
never
Jared?
ask why.
What game is this? This is Borderlands 2.
Oh no, gun.
Oh,
I know.
gun.
God's sakes, I know the game. Look at
My bad. The gun, it is called the Phil Trifecta.
Is it a good gun or is it a?
It's a
medium?
boomstick that will put a lot of holes in you very fast, and I love it.
I like them.
Guns in the.
It shoots very fast and puts a lot of bullets in somebody. I love it.
Gun or is it a? What the fuck?
It's
That's
a
not
shot.
fair.
It's a shotgun.
It's an automatic shotgun.
Nah, this is my trigger finger.
Rapid fire.
So so you click the button once.
I clicked the button 3 times.
Is that fast?
I'm that nice. Jacob's Weapons does that.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how you do that. Okay, let's get right into it because this is something that I think that kind of applies to all of us. So over the weekend, Disney has finally hit a wall with Star Wars. I feel, as we all know,
Finally?
as we all know,
Finally? Finally. Oh, okay, I guess Star Wars 8 never existed. I read this on podcast.
hit like a wall or hit like a fatigue or hit like their first like set of decline because as we all know.
Okay.
Well, probably didn't know because nobody saw the fucking movie. Star Wars Solo, the Han Solo spinoff that absolutely nobody asked for, came out this weekend, and it didn't exactly do so great in the box office. Now, of course, there's doing good, which it did good, but then there's Star Wars doing good, to which it did not do good. So, is this something that you guys think this is? Are you guys surprised at this at all, or what y'all think?
Nah, I'm not. I just wish they would. I don't know. I personally don't care for Star Wars. And I'm just like, why aren't you just like banking it on your money with Marvel?
Because nostalgia sells.
I mean,
And Disney.
comic books is nostalgia.
So is Star Wars for
Fuck
a lot
that.
of people. You're right.
You can't just do that.
I just did.
No, you can't make up one argument and then when somebody says like, "Oh, this is valid because of this," well, fuck it. Well, you can't,
I just did
you can't do
though.
this.
How you gonna say I can't do something when I just did it? You should do that before. You said it before I do that.
Comic books is nostalgic. Well, so is Star Wars. Well, fuck that.
I mean, I think that makes valid sense. Like,
that's the Trump approach, sir. Well, I
whoa.
don't like it, so fuck you. But yeah, even though I actually agree with Jared, I don't know who the fuck. Nobody was asking for this. Nobody wanted this. Nobody wants to see how Han Solo became Han Solo because he's Han Solo. We just automatically like Han Solo. I feel that we don't need everything to be explained in Star Wars. We don't need like a backstory to everything. We don't need to know about how the Millennium Falcon became, you know, how it got its name or and shit. Like we don't. That's just over. That's over.
The only thing we need is the confirmation or denial of Jar Jar Binks being an actual Sith. That's all we need.
Right?
That was confirmed with The Last Jedi.
Bullshit.
the whole thing. Well, with everybody was saying that General Snoke he's Jar Jar Binks, and I'm like that's fucking ridiculous. But that's how that goes.
I don't feel like they confirmed or deny it though, just because of Snoke.
They did in a recent comic. They had Jar Jar Binks died alone in some random.
That shit got retconned. Don't matter.
No, that was after Disney bought Star Wars. They legit made a comic. Maurice, I think you're a little bit low.
Oh, that's on there.
My mother, cause of where I get down, doing Buster Rhymes and
How about something now?
Sound the same to me, but Flo,
Yeah,
what
sound
about?
the same.
I'm gonna assume that still the same. Well, I'm just gonna assume that you're
Get over here. I was making changes.
we're just gonna keep on going until we get some feedback.
And gave him a 10 instead of a 1. I need you to track him down and get the 9
And myself up. So
He was mumbling into an echo device. Maybe you can track him by finding his transmissions.
okay, so we're just gonna agree that Solo was just a disappointment.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but you know, we're just gonna go with the ratings on this one and the reviewers.
Funny because the reviewers say the movie isn't that bad. It's just this is just something that nobody wanted, and you just can't make something that nobody wants. Even if
So
the movie is good,
So is
you
it?
just can't.
So
make
it's
it.
not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie at all. Nobody has legit said, "Oh, this is like a bad movie." It's not like the greatest movie of all time or anything, but it's not like, "Oh, avoid this like the plague." It's a decent film. It's just I don't know. I can't really compare this to nothing. And we can't say that it's bad because none of us saw the movie. We just gotta assume that it's just a 7 out of 10. Just nobody wants this. And plus, I think it's because The Last Jedi came out like what, a couple months ago.
It came out.
Yeah, that was like something like 5 months ago. 5 months ago. Several months. Damn, man. Shit.
There's a difference.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. If you go and Google couple, it says 2.
Says a couple, you automatically think so.
Yes, because that's the definition of a couple.
A lot of people's going to be disappointing you then.
Yes, because it's been happening. I have to disprove this so many times leading up to this conversation.
Months for you. So if somebody said, "Oh, a couple of months ago," you're gonna say, "Well, sir, it was it 2 months ago?" Well, if that's the case, well,
No, I'm going to assume 2 months ago because a couple means 2 months ago.
A couple just means 2.
Yeah.
not everybody
A
uses
few
these
months
words.
ago, but now tack on a little extra.
I mean, normally when people want to say something that's more than 2, they'll say a few bars.
Yeah, or several to let you know it was a long time. Right, gotcha.
Ah, you got it, my man.
So a couple of months. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
You're
Several
forgiven.
months because
Don't
fucking
apologize to me,
grammar.
apologize to English.
No, because you guys are being grammar Nazis, especially you.
It's not even. It's not grammar. You're just using the word incorrectly.
Everybody's using the word incorrectly.
I think you're everybody at that point.
Heard several people say this.
Yes, and they're all wrong.
I love it how you said several though. I love it how you said several instead of a couple. I love that. See, progress.
No, but I mean, they're almost fuck it.
And now you agree with my original argument.
It's synonymous. Not everything is just the exact definition. So a couple of months ago, everybody's like, "Oh, it's exactly 2 months ago." Thanks
Yes,
for putting
because
that
that's
image
what
in
a
my
couple
head.
mean. Like a couple of
No,
people. A
2
pair.
weeks ago.
Two.
Yes, instead of saying 2 weeks ago, I'm just gonna say a couple of weeks ago. Those two things are synonymous. But if I don't specifically say a few or several weeks ago, then it's not exactly 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I don't write English, nigga. It just that's just how it is, okay?
That is bullshit.
I need you to go to Webster's, Google a couple, and you will see there is no like a few, a several, 3 to 4, 6 to 8. It is just 2. A couple is 2.
Grammar, nothing like
I think you're just hating.
No, because it's a thing. I swear to God, it's a thing.
Niggas are wrong. Just
We'll put it at that. Niggas are wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody in the fucking world is wrong.
if
Everybody.
they use a couple like the way you use it a couple.
So wish I was like a master of English so I could point out everything.
You can't
Everybody-
be because you don't know what a couple is.
Nigga, goddamn, I'm agreeing to what you just said. I literally just said I am wrong. I wish I was a master of English so I can go back and correct everything wrong you saying.
I was talking shit and saying you wasn't a master.
Agreeing with you, but here again, you're busting me.
I'm right. I'm still talking.
Exactly.
On my own.
Which is what you're doing right now with a couple.
Douchebags, it is you. Finally, you
Okay, alright, we can move on. You just flip flopping around. So. Pokemon is making a game that probably nobody's gonna play. Well, they're gonna play it if everybody's just gonna drop it after a couple of weeks. It's called Pokemon Let's Go. Now, who the fuck?
Hey,
they could have did better.
let's
They
go.
could have did better. They could have did better with his name right here.
Well, the game isn't. The game isn't for the hardcore fans. It's not a game.
Why not?
It's actually a reboot. It's actually a reboot of the yellow version. The game is very similar to the Pokemon Go mobile app in just the sense of how you catch Pokemon. So they're kind of like doubling down on their chips on that franchise. Well, that section of the franchise because they like the numbers they got from it. Like they have like 800 million downloads. So if everyone, that's just good money right there for everyone who had a hand in it. Their goal with this is to bring in new people to the Pokemon franchise before they release the next mainstay title, which comes out next year.
You know, Maurice, you just described something very familiar.
Was that Destiny?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I did. So yeah, this isn't a nostalgia. It could be a nostalgia game because it's just the Kanto region, but this is specifically a expanded version, a super expanded version of the Pokemon Go. You battle trainers, etc., like that, but you don't battle Pokemon the same way. For some reason, you just catch them like you do in the Pokemon Go games.
Hold on, Maurice. Hold up for 1 second.
Yeah.
You could turn up your mic just a tad. It's not egregious to me, but I think you are almost inaudible. I just listen to it through the stream myself. I could hear you just fine. You're a tad bit low, but it's not like, oh my god, you're a mouse or anything. So take that with a.
Calm down.
Hello.
I love
Maurice, are you here?
I guess he died.
Because you're kind of late to respond to me.
You know.
No.
I think he went to go read the dictionary to prove you wrong about something else.
Eric, can you not hear me? Can Maurice not hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know about Maurice. He isn't responding to what I say either.
Yeah, and you were kind of late to respond to me as well. I'm like,
Oh, my bad. There's like a lot of dudes that I'm shooting at and like constantly dying, getting back up.
Alright. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You're back.
Yeah.
You still a bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Cool.
Where was I?
So, what was I? So, Anime Station, reboot of Yellow, and there's 2 games, one Pikachu, one Eevee. It's supposed to be, it's kind of doubling down even further on the Pokemon Go player base and trying to push out more systems to the Pokemon Go people and trying to get them into the main series games.
Go fan base die after a while?
They have 800 million followers, and Niantic had like a 25% like last year, I think, or maybe last fiscal year. So
There was no decline in playership for Pokemon Go.
it probably was, but they're still making a fuck ton of money.
I don't see what their strategy is. I think that the Pokemon fan base is just what it is right now. I don't see how you can try and increase that, especially using Pokemon Go.
It's not the. I don't think it's the fan base in general that they're. Well, they are trying to add players, but they're trying to add more players to the mainstay. Like I understand it is what it is, but a lot of the people I think who kind of shied away from Pokemon was because it was on the older generation. But now that more people have the Switch and stuff, they have like a more reason to like buy into it. It's like when Pokemon X and Y came out, right? Like everybody hopped on that shit. Everybody. Because it was new, it was fresh, because it was trying to get like another baby boomer like that for the Switch and for the Pokemon franchise.
Yeah, but didn't I like relatively? Didn't X and Y like this happen like what 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
I think so, like 2014.
That wasn't too long ago. I don't think
No,
they
but
can...
3DS sales boosted, and it extended the life for another like 3 or 4 years. So, and this was before Smash came out on the 3DS. Like X and Y made bank.
Oh, like they're trying to do that. They're trying to like strike lightning again, and I'm just I don't really have too much confidence that they'll be able to. I'm not too sure what the fuck made everybody buy X and Y because I haven't played Pokemon in years.
Because it was
and
coming from the Generation 5 games, it was mostly sprites. You know what sprites are, right? Okay, I was making sure. I'm sorry. All right, so it was mostly sprites, but with the transition to X and Y, like everything was 3D. Even your character looked bigger and like
right, yeah.
So
that wasn't.
And then you looked at the that was hype as fuck for people. Me included, but it was hype as fuck. And then for the new game, how it is now, and like aside from how you catch Pokemon, aside from the obvious payments for Go fan base, the graphics look actually pretty fucking dope.
Remember, it didn't look that bad.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's not that much of a leap, but it is a major leap for the Pokemon.
Stay still.
I don't know, cause I don't really pay too much attention to Pokemon. I just know that every time the game comes out, nobody ever says that it's bad except for I do.
Why do you bring it up? Why do you do this?
It's
It's
hilarious.
not funny. It's not.
hilarious.
It's hurtful. It's insensitive.
It's hurtful. It's insensitive. To make you feel any better, the person who wrote that guy.
Hey, hey, man.
Stop.
No, they probably did, but that's also his job, man. And like bullets are just flying all over the place. I'm not even too sure how this game is supposed to be played anymore. This game is insane. Playing, you're not even playing Borderlands. Your job like playing the Matrix mixed with Halo.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Borderlands is amazing for this game.
The whole, what's the shtick for this? What's going to be the pull? Because it's on a major console. It's on. I mean, is this Nintendo's most successful console today, or is that still the Wii?
It's still a movie. This is the fastest selling. I think it's the fastest selling.
So what's gonna be the niche or the niche, whatever you want to say? What's gonna be the big draw in here?
For this game. Again, this is technically for everyone, but as far as like
I'm out.
what's going to draw you in, at this point, it just has to be like if you thought Go was cool and you like the graphics. Like,
No.
anything else that might draw you to this. There is it's kind of gimmicky. There is support with Go, so you can transfer your Pokemon from Go to this new game on 3DS via Bluetooth. So that's pretty cool. Like, so if you already are using Go or have some of your Pokemon Go, you can like port them over to the new game and just use them in the new game. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but it's possible. It's there.
Gotcha.
You kind of lost there for a second. Like,
Yeah, because usually they have that system. They've had that system before. This is the new Pokemon, right? But usually you don't get access to that until you've beaten the game, like the all 8 gem badges beaten. That's usually when you get that. So, there is PvP. Surprisingly, I don't know. If you want to,
like, I'm about to say, was that really a surprise? I don't know whether he was meaning there or not. Like,
it was kind of surprising given how they presented this, because again, the word they used was Pokemon Go fan base. They're building off a lot of success from Pokemon Go. They're trying to build off the success from Pokemon Go. If they had Niantic working, it's not games with tradition, right? So it's just. I'm kind of, maybe you can hear it a little bit in my voice, but I'm kind of in between this title because I'm not sure if this is going to be necessarily fun for me, like who's a fan of the mainstay games, and someone who just picked up the gun, right? That's my
Go wasn't. I don't know what made me think that. I think it was because I was expecting a lot from Pokemon Go. I think that was it for me. Like when I say a lot, I was expecting like people saying like, yeah, this is going to be the Pokemon game. This is the one to like unite us all, and we're all going to be running around trying to catch Pokemon, and then you're going to actually you can drop out of life and become a Pokemon master and shit, and it just wasn't that. So I think there was a little bit too much hype.
One guy did that.
Wow.
I think one guy did that actually. Yeah.
He just said,
was pretty serious.
he's just saying, fuck it, I'm about to go to the 4 corners of the earth just to collect rare Pokemon.
Sorry, he's fucking retired. That's what he did.
I was gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, all his battery packs, and he had chargers in it.
You tell me, was the nigga like not stopping in like a Starbucks or something to charge his phone, or did he not?
So you gotta keep moving. You gotta go. Plus he retired, so he ain't got shit to do, right? So I mean, you might as well just go and walk.
Sound like, well, he just said, bye wife, bye money, bye.
He was retired, so basically, yeah, it's like the nigga going to go play golf after he's retired. It's like what he's gonna do all day. He's gonna make sure that he can do it all day.
Yeah, but then he comes back home and then he goes to sleep.
Yeah.
He stops after a while. You make it sound like, yeah, this nigga just said, I'm 100% convinced I am Ash Ketchum. I'm just like sleep in the woods. It was like the talking part.
He had the video. You know what? Go look and watch and read that. This nigga is real. He actually does.
Does he have the hat too? Or?
I don't think he had a hat with us, but he was old and white, so.
And he
the white hat doesn't have much to do with it, but yeah.
Hat.
Okay.
Oh, son, if you don't turn the hat backwards to catch the Pokemon, what the fuck are you doing?
The finesses are right.
Backwards, the fuck? That's how am I supposed to know it gets real?
How you supposed to finesse? You gotta finesse with the hat cap.
In other news, apparently PUBG is like, hold up, Fortnite is starting to get down like big. Let's try and stop that shit. Like I said, they probably wasn't caring. PUBG was like, PlayerUnknown's was like, yeah, that Fortnite game, yeah, it's pretty cool. That was a year ago. Today he's like, 100.
Yeah.
Let me what was the number, Jared? 100 mil for the
Yeah, they just dropped 100 million for the esports.
Yeah.
100 fucking
like,
million.
oh.
It's supposed to spread across a few different tournaments, but it's still like it's still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and that's just Epic donating money. That's not anyone else, any other supporter, any other Jesus Christ, Fortnite's gonna make a lot of money.
No, is he ever since Fortnite probably announced that they'll donate $100 million. I guarantee you, PlayerUnknown's did not sleep. There is no way. That nigga was just up all night like.
Yeah, he was thinking to himself,
Maybe what's gonna happen to my game?
It's like, maybe I actually should have finished making the game before porting it over to mobile and Xbox.
I don't know. I just don't know. And what's sad is like people are actually buying this game thinking that it's somewhat finished. The game is nowhere near done condition.
I thought it was finished.
Unknown sweating right now because PUBG is a great game. It's real tense, and when it's low, it's some of the best low time with friends.
Oh, definitely.
I've ever played, but you can't deny the polish that Fortnite has,
Right.
and it has like half the development time.
Well, I wouldn't say half the development time. Because a lot of the assets years before he'd even dropped with the Fortnite PUBG before Fortnite Battle Royale had even finished. Like the Battle Royale thing didn't come out until like a couple, maybe a few months after their original idea flopped.
Yeah, but it's just that for me, the amount of polish on Fortnite just completely shits on PUBG.
Yeah, because it was a done game.
Yeah,
before
Fortnite was
Battle
already
Royale.
done when they did the Battle Royale mode.
PlayerUnknown so long. This game is the most popular. Well, before Fortnite fucking came along, this was the most popular game of all time. This shit actually beat League of Legends. That shit was unheard of. What the fuck is taking this nigga so long?
Didn't it like set records of like stream or like hours played on Twitch? I think it set records.
To the point where it got to the point where it was just breaking so many barriers that I just fucking lost track.
Like,
it beat League of Legends. It has the most hours played on Twitch somehow. That doesn't even make any fucking sense to me. PUBG was big, and then this little game called Fortnite comes in and does even fucking well.
I wouldn't. They
PUBG.
did do it better, but PUBG Bluehole, in my opinion, just made so many wrong decisions. Like 750, like I think it was 750 million that they amassed. And they decided to port the game over to Xbox and mobile, and then put in microtransactions to get more money rather than just finish the fucking game. Like, what? Like, can we talk about that real quick? Like, the fucking fact that I have to earn battle points or whatever the fuck it's called to get a Desperado case, and I have to pay money to open that shit. What? What? Okay.
I mean, I'm with you. It doesn't make sense.
Like, okay.
Just looking at the gameplay for
Ooh,
Fortnite right now, and then they're comparing it to
legendary.
PUBG, and it's like, how the fuck, what is taking so long? I just don't get it. It's not like a Destiny 2 level of confusion. It's more of why didn't you strike while the iron is hot? Like this easily could have been PUBG.
My question is, why'd you fucking go to Xbox before PlayStation? That shit does not make any sense to me.
They'll never
Yeah, PlayStation's most. It's not even a question. It's the better console right now. It's just-
Right, and like this was like when did PUBG come out on console? Was it like a year ago? A few months ago?
I'd say like kind of close to a year ago, maybe a couple months ago.
But I mean,
It was
like,
really-
it
it was close.
it was okay, yeah, but like I'm pretty sure like at the time it was announced for Xbox. Xbox still wasn't in a better spot than what Xbox is in right now. And it just doesn't make sense. Like why? Like release for both if you can, but you're pressing. But you should always go for like, oh no, it was a fucking joke. He's a Xbox nerd. That's right.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. You could have made money.
On several, it's unfortunate on several levels. Like, cause one, no, you can't just port over an unfinished game to a major console and expect. Well, no, that's not the argument because niggas are stupid. Let me try and rephrase that. You can't just port over a game to a game that's not even finished to the least successful console in the game right now. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it feels like right now. Xbox is just not in a good position right now.
Or you could say you can't just like port over a game that's not finished, or you should have ported over the game to the best-selling console, rather than like, because I don't know if the Xbox was the worst-selling console.
Yeah, Xbox might have reached out to them and given them a deal or something. To
That
say,
too.
Hey, release it over here first. That probably was like just kicked them in the foot. Like, shit, we made so
Yeah,
much
but
money off that deal, but
I'm saying if come on, you make video games. You should know that PlayStation's just in a better spot right now. It's just more fucking sense. Now, I will tell you that nobody's ever going to play PUBG on a console after playing it on PC first. That's just
Honestly,
that's just how that's gonna go.
I'm gonna keep it
So-
real with you. How you gonna play any game on a console after playing it on PC?
facts.
Cold. That's kind of cold, but you're right.
I'm just
It's
saying,
not,
bro.
It's not cold. It's just facts.
It's hard. It
I
really
didn't want
is.
to take it there. I didn't want to take it there, bro.
I did.
It's already there, son. Don't sugarcoat it. Own that shit.
It's hard. 'Cause I played Destiny 2 on PC. I'm like, shit.
You can't, it's like
Oh yeah, that's when you came over.
60
shit,
frames
this is
per
fucking
second is hard to dismiss, my guy. I feel you.
This is gonna be fucking like when I say butter. I don't think I played Destiny 2 on console again because it's fucking bad. But I would imagine if I picked it up again, I'm going like, oh,
Well,
this isn't correct. Let's go back.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? So recently I saw a YouTube video that Titan skating is back on Destiny 2, but you can only do it on PC.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm so serious. I am so serious.
You have to link
Don't
that
do
shit.
it.
I'll link you guys to that, but that shit, and this dude is booking it like, I'm talking like classic D1 Titan skating, like faster than any Sparrow, like real Titan skating, only on PC.
Oh shit. Maybe I'm glad they didn't up the walk and run speed for Destiny 2 then. Because if we had to deal with that shit, I ain't playing them.
Niggas just literally flying across the map.
Son, you think
Fucking Superman. Like.
what?
Hey guys, well, engagement? No, woo, just fly away.
Peace.
And that shit used to be so funny back in Destiny 1, like up engagement. Nah, B, let me moonwalk out.
Let me walk out of this bitch.
So let's just bring it back a tick, right? Or a few ticks. Do you think that
Hold it.
PUBG is justified
That
in
must have
suing
hurt.
these guys? Like, do you think it's a little late, or do you think that maybe y'all just gotta take the L at this point, or what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go first real quick. So the coming from like a sneakerhead background that I just got into, you can't just like video games as a shoe company, you can't exactly for a similar looking shoe, even though it's clear that they ripped it off. You simply cannot say, hey, well, you can't patent a silhouette. Now, if it's like blatant, like, hey, this is literally the same shoe, because I think Skechers got in trouble with that shit. They copied a shoe model called the Stan Smith. You've probably seen it, but you probably seen it, but you just don't know the name of it. Like when I say it was beat for beat, it was literally the same fucking shit. They can sue, but when you put your own twist to something, it's still a battle. It's still a battle royale. But clearly, Fortnite has its own. It still has its own niche. Like saying
So
I'm making Maurice mad. It still has its own thing.
So your basic idea is just, well, actually, of course, I'm going to spell it wrong. Your basic thing is just like, it's like the Call of Duty just going to decide one day, hey, let's patent.
Another one down.
Fuck out of here.
Or team deathmatch, for example. You can't.
Like,
every game, every first-person shooter has a fucking team deathmatch. So what are you gonna say? Like, well, our team deathmatch is really, really, really fucking good. So that means you guys can't do. No, you can't. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So that's so yeah, they're out of their fucking minds. That's the long and short of it for me, Jared.
A lot of what you say I agree with, and it's also the fact of the quote that I read up on that PUBG actually said was I'm just in my chair just laughing. I'm like, you guys are fucking petty and sad, honestly, at this point. I don't want to play this game anymore. But they were talking about how Fortnite replicates an experience that PUBG is known for. I'm just like, what? How long did? Who did you hire to make this shit up? Who did you hire? Because my God, you guys.
That was the actual like they're legit.
Like they legit.
Like, we're taking that.
They're legit. They legit said this. Like this is. I'm not making this up. This is a
in
quote.
the court of law.
Like they like quote for quote. Like
replicating an experience that
PUBG is known for.
Said the team deathmatch thing analogy. You can't
see. I could see PUBG. They did a lawsuit on like I know it was 2 mobile games. One of them was Rules of Survival. A coworker of mine actually played that, and another one I can't.
It was a blatant ripoff.
Yeah, it was like you could obviously tell like, yo, this shit looks like it looks the same. Like it caused confusion. That they had a reason. Like that was a legitimate like, hey, yo, you kind of just stole our shit. This they're reaching hard reaching, bro. Nah. Oh fuck, I died. Oh wait, I didn't die.
That'll be hard. I mean, obviously, it's not going to work. And if it does, it'll be a real dark day for video games if that shit actually fucking works. And how the fuck did you jump over there, son?
I don't know, and I don't think I can get back.
Kill yourself, nigga.
Actually, I might be able to finesse this.
See, my thing is back to the PUBG versus Battle Royale versus Fortnite. My thing is, why wait so long to say something about it, right? Like, you couldn't have spent a year trying to build a case. Like, it was so obvious to the fan base, both the new and the old, for the PUBG type games, the Battlegrounds type games. I'm not sure what the actual name's called. It was so apparent that like, yo, this feels like a fucking copy of it, right? This feels like the same game. Like, why would they wait so long? Maybe they didn't think that they wouldn't take it that seriously because they've already made like a lot of money off of it. Their model was free. Haha, competition though.
I tried.
It'll be alright.
So I guess they kind of well, my point is they kind of underestimated how aggressively costly that Fortnite was and where it was actually going to be making its revenue from, which is like, at this point, I don't know the exact numbers, but I feel like Fortnite has a significant edge, not only in the player base, but the actual making money off the actual game. Like, yeah, every person that buys PUBG gives them about $30 or like around that number. But like, all the money for the cosmetics and stuff goes straight to Fortnite, so they're probably making like even more off of one person. Off of one person, like saying like spend like what, $15 to $20. They're probably making more than what PUBG would make off that game.
Also, Fortnite's free, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, like I was saying, aggressively costly.
Ah, shit! I died again.
You'd like the pass, and just to go off on a little tangent here. The pass. Son, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to get to this exclamation mark, which is another mission, and for the love of God, I keep getting lost.
I'm telling you,
you have a map.
Okay, so it's right there. I'm gonna go to it. You ready?
You sure it's not above you?
Shut up. I didn't answer your logic.
The past 10 years of gaming so far, this decade in particular, this console generation, I forgot which generation it is. I think it was 8. I'm not too sure. I think it's either 7 or 8. If it's 9, I need to shoot myself because I'm old apparently. This generation of consoles be studied for a while because shit just doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, you have like, there's just so much stuff that's like in somebody's favor seems to go wrong. Like, this is like a really odd time in gaming, well, especially for like AAA gaming and PC gaming, because like I just said, you have like PC gaming's on the rise. Everybody and their mother seems to have a fucking PC. Apparently, everybody's streaming shit. The one company with all the power in the world, yes, all the power in the world, all the resources in the world, all the money in the world, still somehow managed to put out a mediocre product.
It's about EA.
To Bungie, but I was referring to Bungie and Activision.
Yeah,
but
okay.
that's another case to study. EA is also fucking up somehow. Even the whole PUBG situation where you literally beat one of the most successful video games of all time within a couple months of your game's release, and it's not even fucking finished, and you still don't strike while the iron is hot to finish the game, and you port it over to Xbox.
Of all
Fortnite,
consoles, fucking Xbox.
All of them. Like, this generation, it's like every decision is so fucking weird. It's like, we see it. This isn't like rocket science. Give the people what they want, and it'll come up favorably to you. Don't be lazy in doing it. And I just feel that some of this shit can just be summed up to being lazy or greedy or somehow.
No,
it's
greedy.
So fucking weird.
It's greedy.
In PUBG and PlayerUnknown's situation, I think he's just fucking stupid.
That greedy, like, like holy
yeah. So like
hell.
all these wrong decisions, all these greedy decisions. What is happening? What is going on? I just can't really put my finger on it. Well, we can come back to that because that's.
Do we have to? I mean, we're going to have to because it's PUBG and Fortnite. And if you're not playing those, you're not a gamer. Haha.
So you're not a gamer then, Maurice?
Jokes.
No, you right.
Yeah,
I don't take PUBG seriously, so apparently I don't take gaming seriously.
Right.
All right, and then the whole Monster Hunter situation. But yeah, we can come back to this.
They have more content coming. Never mind. Continue. Just leave it alone.
Contain your hype, Maurice. Contain your hype.
Son, they have more content coming out. I think it's more free content.
How much is it?
They have a Blue Tail Dragon coming out, and that thing has its own sets. They're making a second tier. So for those G rank is a thing in other Monster Hunters games, and it's basically like just a harder version of the harder versions of the monsters. And they're doing something like that for all the versions. So they even have if you can imagine this, I'm not sure if you guys fought this monster yet, but a stronger version of a tempered Kieran, which is all right, so Kieran the attack, right? So that was Sasuke's thing. Imagine him Susano doing something, and that's what the new class is going to be like, of monster.
Not fucking fair, and I remember that monster. Fuck that shit. Well, I don't think I fought it. I think I looked at gameplay.
It was the unicorn thing.
And he was real silver and lightning and shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so even stronger version of that. So they have this stuff coming out with in the next months, and they still have a PC release coming out, which we don't know how well that's gonna do, but it's back to Andre's point. It's just crazy. Didn't know this could happen. Didn't know we could make free content for games and not have a loot box system, right? Holy shit.
Fucking Capcom.
I'm not sure if you don't know, but there's still no loot box in this game yet. There are things you can buy, well, all the hair is free, but certain gestures and stuff you can just straight up buy. You don't have to. Oh, that's a nice fucking that you can just straight up buy. No
Wait,
loot box.
I don't have to pray to RNGesus anymore.
No, son.
Son.
Like you get the gestures are kind of lame, but they're just like it's kind of throwaway. You don't really need it for the game. You definitely don't need it for the game. It's just for funsies. But there's no refunds.
So Capcom has given us 2 dead games in the past year. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it. What was it? Marvel vs. Capcom and
That's probably because all their talented people were working on this one.
They probably like what did they do? Pull some? They pulled some actual talent from another team to make Monster Hunter. Like, hey, look, we may have fucked up with those other games, but we can't fuck up Monster Hunter. All right, we gotta bring our A game again.
So started to fucking multi-set adventures and get like the 10 best pirates and sell the brand new. That's Monster Hunter.
Right, and then Street Fighter. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, nothing makes sense. We've all been playing video games since we were born. Nothing's really making too much sense anymore. It's a fun time though. It really is. In music news, apparently Gorillaz somehow is coming out with another album next month, and this kinda has me a bit worried.
Are they gonna be doing it on the iPad?
Before we get into that, because
I won't answer my question. He cannot be on the iPad.
Probably.
I assure you.
Because that doesn't make any sense. But one thing is synonymous with what they did with the fall. But we're gonna get that in 1 second. So what do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about getting new Gorillaz so fucking soon? Because that shit, I wasn't expecting new Gorillaz for like another 3 years or something.
Concerned.
Very concerned as well.
I don't really listen to them that much, so can I just say?
Damn, is there anything that you do? We have nothing in common.
You listen to bars, rap,
right?
Art.
Yeah, I'm a little. The only thing that has me concerned about this, because this album, these niggas have not stopped touring since the last album came out. So I think that was last April. These niggas have been on tour ever since, and I'm like, okay. So that means they made this album on tour, and guess what? The fall
I know.
on tour, and I'm like, oh boy. Hype for it. It's like it's coming out of fucking nowhere, and it doesn't have like it. What made the Gorillaz the first 3 Gorillaz albums so special was just the amount of polish that went into it. Most of the songs were good. It was like going back and forth between different genres, particularly alternative rock and hip hop. Not too many people. I mean, it was done before, but not too many people did it as successfully as Gorillaz. So the first Gorillaz had quotable songs on it. Demon Days is one of the greatest albums of all time, and even Plastic Beach was pretty good. Humans was good. It wasn't as good as those other 3. But then you're telling me that you made an album while on tour, which is never a good sign. Made on tour music never sounds good.
Nope.
It's just not
in the studio. Maybe
right,
maybe they booked different studio, or maybe the guy he booked different studios on their tours, so they would actually have some quality content.
Joe, every other day, like you might get 1 day of rest before you gotta head to another city and do another show. So I'm not too sure where this time is coming from, and there's no, hey, I sat down and actually thought about how this album is coming through or shit like that.
So it's obviously a short album then.
We don't know.
Yeah, it has to be. There's no way.
Right. Oh yeah, the album's called The Now for everybody that's listening. But I'm not trying to shit on it completely. It might be pretty decent, but all signs point to this not being
decent.
Like with the lack of Damon Albarn's vocals on Humans, which it didn't really feel like a Gorillaz album. It felt more like a collaboration album or something like that. It was just a hodgepodge of shit. Like some of those songs didn't even have 2D's voice on it. In fact, a lot of those songs didn't have 2D's voice on it for Humans. And this doesn't really, it doesn't have like that same Gorillaz feel that you would get from like Plastic Beach. So this, I don't know. I know that Snoop Dogg is confirmed to be on it. he was on Plastic Beach, and you know, I'm not exactly opposed to that, but I don't know how this isn't a good sign.
Dude, this is coming out on the 29th of June.
That next month.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you thought it was
Street with a visual. Oh shit. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not making a point or anything. I'm just reading through the article.
Of course, Gorillaz is one of my favorite bands of all time, so I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to critique it. I'm hoping that it's just going to be a dope album, and if not, well,
neither of us will discuss publicly.
We were disappointed. Not that Humans was bad or anything. It was just, you know. Well, moving on. Oh right, and then there's not going to be any lore to this. For anybody that doesn't know, Gorillaz usually has like a set of like, with each album they have like a story, kind of goes in phases. So like the Gorillaz story to them, kind of like a TV show. So we didn't really get that with Humans. Like, I can tell you some of the story that Gorillaz have been going through, but I don't have the fucking time because it's actually a lot. A lot. So yeah, we'll probably come back to this at another time when we get some more information. But yeah, this isn't looking all that good. All right, so this is what I don't think Cameron, Daryl, Steven, and them are listening today, but they probably wanted to listen to this. So we're gonna give our thoughts and opinions on Daytona if Maurice is up to it.
I'm not. We can wait till next week. I haven't gotten the album a second listen, and I feel like everything I'm gonna say is gonna be super negative, so I want to give it a true listen.
I was gonna suggest that too, but then I remembered that Kanye West comes out in 2 days, so it's almost gonna get to the point where, and then after that, I think the next week we're gonna get the Kid Cudi Kanye West joint project, so it's almost like when the Kanye West joint drops, we're gonna be just talking about Daytona and then such and such.
I mean, we can talk about both at the same time because it's kind of like a group thing, isn't it, between Kanye West, Kid Cudi, and Pusha T? So I think it only serves right that we talk about like a couple of them at the same time and see how they contrast against each other, since they both seem like they're kind of go for a certain thing here.
Has to do the Kanye West and Kanye West Kid Cudi project.
Did I just get hit by a fucking train?
It would make more sense to do those two artists' albums at the same time and leave Pusha T to himself, because his sound is his own sound. There's nothing similar to it compared to Kid Cudi and Kanye West. They're just two completely different artists. There's not really too much comparison with them. So if you want to do it that way, we could do Daytona by itself.
We can just talk about it, but I don't want to talk about Daytona today. Like I said, I don't feel like I'll give a good opinion of it. I actually really want to get in depth with it.
I don't really like giving. The only reason I rushed this one because those other two albums, but I don't really like giving. I don't like viewing albums as soon as they come out. That shit is weird.
I feel you.
Okay. No. Okay, we can gloss over this real quick because this is actually pretty fun because apparently we've been talking about this for a while. So Jamie Foxx is set to star as Spawn. Once again, another movie that nobody is really asking for.
I asked for it.
Oh crap! Remember I said that little stud bomb was the best.
When I saw the first Spawn movie come out, I'm like, holy shit, I wasn't listening to it.
You gotta take her out, man.
Yeah, it was. Why wasn't it a trilogy?
With a budget.
Like, why weren't there more movies?
Here you go.
Also,
yeah, I'm not down with Spawn character. It's just, I don't know if I'll be.
it did. That first movie was good.
Was it okay? So was it Blade?
Yes.
I'll give it to you. I don't really remember the first one. Jamie Foxx is set to star as Spawn. New movie probably titled Spawn. the only thing that's kind of concerning about this is the what's the name? What do you call the people that actually makes the movie? Like the Warner Brothers and
the studio.
Thank you. I don't know why I was drawing a blank there. Thank you, Jared.
How
the
many
studio...
legendaries am I about to run into? I'm sorry. I've read into like 3 legendaries within like an hour.
Getting this is a studio called Blumhouse. I don't think everybody's ever heard of Blumhouse. I have though, because they're kind of notorious for being extremely cheap. And that's exactly what you don't want in a Spawn movie, to be extremely cheap. So to put this in perspective, the people that made Blumhouse, they made Get Out, Split, Sinister.
There's pros and cons to each.
Activity. Son, all of these movies with barely any budget to it, and I really doubt that they'll give it to fucking Jamie Foxx's Spawn movie. So I'm not too sure. Most of that budget is probably going to go to Jamie Foxx himself. I don't know what they're going to do with this. This doesn't look all that. This doesn't look all that promising.
Oh shit! He's in his own world.
Oh, you thought it was going to be a part of the?
I wasn't sure if it was Marvel or DC. I guess it's neither. He was in a comic with Batman though.
What that? Yeah, this is a standalone thing. This is going to be his own universe. And you know what? That might actually work to his credit. They might actually focus on just making a solid movie instead of just making an entire unit. I don't know. I don't know, but maybe I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know. I'm not too excited for this. I think Jamie Foxx is a great actor though. If anybody can pull it off, maybe he can do it. But
it's under Image Comics, which is kind of, I think it's not comics right now. Damn, that sucks.
To put this in perspective, remember the first Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
The budget was $15,000.
I imagine so. It's found footage.
This Paranormal Activity was $3 million.
Oh.
Paranormal Activity 4 to $5 million.
Okay.
They have a budget. Holy shit. Niggas based on these niggas literally went like, yeah, here's $5. Go and give me some cigarettes. This isn't enough. Make it enough. Like, holy shit. This isn't I'm trying. Let me see what they gave to Get Out at.
Stop.
9 million. Son, these niggas are actually turning out some pretty decent profits though.
How much did they make off the first one? They say what?
That's weird. I'm wondering. That's weird. What? The first what again?
I forget my question.
How much did the first one make?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
Okay, so the budget for Paranormal Activity was $15,000, which is fucking insane. $93 million.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so Blumhouse is clearly making movies. It's just they don't want to cut a budget to actually make a decent movie. None of these movies, like all the movies I'm looking at right now, none of these budgets go over 15 million.
Hey.
Because the Spawn, the superhero, is mostly going to be CGI. And
oh, so the original creator, Todd McFarlane, he's actually directing this. So he's the one that actually made the Spawn film. So he's actually going to be showing his vision, well, trying to portray his vision on the silver screen here. So that's actually pretty dope.
And a budget to work with.
Yeah. Well, sorry, he's one of the founding artists for Image Comics. Damn, this really sucks. But I really can't see him living in a world with Ghost Rider, because Ghost Rider is basically him. Well, not. they're not the same per se, but they kind of have like very similar lore. And if they were to exist in the same world, they kind of like contradict each other a bit.
Fair enough. Interested to see what they're going to give the budget for this major superhero, because if they don't, son, some of these budgets is $100,000.
No.
They are not gonna give this shit a fucking $100,000 budget for Spawn. Fuck that.
Even let's say the highest one I've seen on here is 10 million. That's the highest they've ever given any movie ever at the studio. There's half of that is going to go to Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx. Then that means you have another 5 million to do everything else. Some movies cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make. I'm not too sure what they're going to do. That a low budget Spawn movie does not sound great to me.
Right, even the first one took like 40 million to make.
I mean, that was back in the fucking.
That was in the 90s.
Holy shit! Yeah, so if they're not going to tell us the budget for this until after the movie comes out, of course. Anything underneath is like 100 million. This is going to be good.
GG.
Yeah, because his costume, the way his powers work. Dude, yeah, you can't do that shit practically.
No.
Hello?
What?
In the background. I'm kind of getting concerned over here. Several yeses in the background. Jared.
Huh?
No, Pam's excited.
Oh, that was like, what's going on here?
I'm sorry. A lot of bullets.
She likes Spawn.
Yeah, this I hope.
I hope they do a Justice League too.
Maurice, you said it was made by the dude who made Spawn, right? Like this movie's gonna be made by him?
Yeah.
I actually would go see it though, because I don't really know too much about Spawn, but since it's gonna be made by the original dude, I'll give it a watch. Hell yeah.
You listen to anything I just said, no budgets.
Well, we don't know that yet. But
it's almost confirmed. Like this is almost unprecedented. Like I know that Blumhouse is kind of like a small studio, but these are not budgets. These are jokes.
we'll see what happens. It will. It's already good. It's like a $30 million budget. It's like, I think it's 30 minutes. Like, no, 5 minutes.
Jamie Foxx saying like 10 lines and shit.
Right.
That's all they can afford. Oh damn! Isn't the last superhero movie Jamie Foxx in was the Amazing Spider-Man 2? That I had my gripes with that movie, but
It was probably just a script. Plus, he was in a fucking Baby Driver.
What?
He was in Baby Driver. The movie, the Baby Driver. The dude with the headphones. Jimmy Fox is one of the.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Look up this movie. It is not a baby driving. Literally, I'm gonna kill you.
Man, the reason why I saw it was because the beginning scene of the red Subaru. That dude was killing it. I don't care.
Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much out. This movie, I'm not even heard of this shit. Holy crap!
I saw the trailer for it with us.
We have so many fucking trailers on this show. It's kind of hard to keep track.
No, we went to the movies and saw it. You've seen it.
I'm not doubting that I've seen it before. I just can't remember. People said it was sensational. All right, let's wrap this up.
Calm down, those adjectives like shit.
Jared, do me a favor. Listen to Daytona.
Daytona? Okay.
We can talk about it.
They Honda.
Because you know some people were being rude by not answering me during the entire week. Yeah, I'm shooting shots. God damn it.
I hope you heard it too.
Did you listen to Daytona? Did you listen to Daytona? Did you listen to Daytona? All I wanted was an answer. Like, damn. All right, guys. We can. Final thoughts for everything we discussed today.
Thoughts. Win Kingdom Hearts 3. For 1. 2.
Win Kingdom Hearts 3. Just win it all. W-I-N.
It ain't a thing until it's in the system. We talked about this.
W-E-N. Win Kingdom Hearts 3. Yep.
I ain't spelling all these words, but it ain't a thing until it's in my system.
Right. Facts. And I'm actually kind of interested.
Why did you have to like say it again? Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for it.
I didn't say excited was the word. I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm excited for the mainstay Pokemon game that they're coming out with a year later, which I thought this one was going to be. So ultimately, I am disappointed in this new game, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I like Pokemon. Don't follow me.
Pokemon. You've never really been a bad Pokemon.
No, I mean don't follow my lead in how I purchase games. Like
I never will.
Thank you.
Steven said that you're trashing games.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is a weird time to be a gamer, but quite possibly one of the most exciting times to be a gamer right now. Because just all of the interesting shit that's happening. Good games that should be shit is actually one of the greatest games of all time. Games that should be the greatest game of all time turns out to be one of the biggest disappointments. I once got fired for no reason. So, yeah, that's great. I hope Bloomhouse cuts the check for Spawn and Jamie Foxx, because Jamie Foxx isn't cheap, and you don't want a cheap looking Spawn. We don't want cheap superhero movies.
We also don't want a 10-minute fucking Spawn. We need to just get in that drink raw.
I don't think it's even a movie if it's 10 minutes. You can't.
Godzilla disproved that heavily. Just throwing it out there.
Wait, which Godzilla are we talking about?
The latest one. The one with Bill Cranston? No.
I know you talk Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. It was a beat. I got this.
Oh, you want Jamie Foxx to be in it more than 10 minutes?
Hmm?
To be in it more than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, of course. Still
yeah, that's fair. They did kind of advertise Bryan Cranston movie to start. That nigga died in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I was like, oh man, we gotta follow his son. Shit.
Right, and I didn't like I didn't care, dog.
Right, like I want to go back to the paranoid scientist. Can we go back to that? Please, no shit. Can we bring him back to life? Come on. Fun fact, that's gonna be a shared universe too with that latest King Kong movie, unfortunately. But yeah.
King Kong vs. Godzilla.
They even had like a stinger at the end of the movie. It was like at the end of King Kong, they showed like the silhouette of Godzilla and King Ghidorah. That's the three-headed dragon and shit like that. So yeah. Oh, and Mothra. This is one of my favorite series. Okay, leave me alone. I grew up with this shit.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
You can't ever. You can't judge us on our series, ever.
I never do.
Okay, you don't have the option to now.
So wait, you saying like Godzilla's a bad series?
No, I'm not. But you can't.
Yeah, so wait.
Basically,
okay.
You can't flame us for being obsessed about shit.
Right.
I would never do that because I'm obviously.
Okay, just saying you don't have the option.
Guys do. So we're on equal ground. Now I'm confused. now I'm doing like right? So we're not on equal.
So it goes.
You on Tokyo with these movies. I'm over in like Mount Fuji trying to catch a Pokemon. We ain't on equal ground.
and then Japan's not even that fucking big. All right, Jared, give me your final thought.
PUBG is on some weird type of shit. I don't know. I don't even know how long this is gonna last for them, man. If I would give a prediction, if they keep going with this like shit, trying to like sue companies for like, you know, pursuing a battle royale shit, I don't know. I think the player base is gonna dwindle, in my opinion. What else?
You know, it's not.
They literally can't sue everybody because everybody's making a battle royale.
I mean, they didn't even say shit about Call of Duty.
Right. Or
They didn't-
fucking Paladins.
It didn't come out yet.
So they've announced that they're gonna do a battle royale mode.
Yeah.
Like what? So
Sue somebody before it comes out.
okay, so. But yeah, that's basically it. PUBG is just on some fucking weird shit, man. I don't know. I honestly, I'm kind of tired of playing the game.
Are you taking it seriously, or are you taking it for shit and giggles?
I'm taking it for shits and giggles, but it gets annoying when, for some reason, it takes like 5 minutes to load into a game when everyone else already is parachuting down. The fucking shit isn't rendered when I land, or I can't even land because the parachute gets stuck. Like, other than that, I'm kind of in it for the lulz. I'm not really in it to like get awesome kills, like kill sprees and shit like that. I'm sitting to have fun with it. But it's not fun when shit like that happens over and over and over. Or when they do 4-hour updates and then the fucking map breaks.
It's weird because they charge people for this shit. Fuck it. Guys, if you like what you listened to today, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, your other gamer friends, share it to your mama. Maybe she'll give it a listen. I don't know. Do some shit with it. We are going to sign off. That's been the show today. Peace and chicken grease.
Peace and chicken grease, yo. Peace out, pimps.
See ya.